Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first game of the Superbet Chess Classic Tournament, third leg I believe of the Grand Chess Tour, currently happening in Romania, Bucharest. I will have on screen now an image of the Grand Chess Tour standings to let you know the context for this. This is a game between Vachier-Lagrave and MVL-Nepomniachtchi, both absolute legends of the game, been around for a very long time. They play in every elite tournament. You know these people if you know chess. So we have e4, we have e5. Knight f3, knight f6. Jan goes for his signature move, the Petrov defense. He learned this for the 2021 World Chess Championship match, and despite getting steamrolled in that match, he continued to use it to quite a bit of success. So if knight takes e5, d6. Yeah, this is just all pretty well-known theory. With c4. This is been seen hundreds of times. With knight bd2, of course. One may be wondering why you can't take on b7 with the queen. If you've been a chess player before, you'll know that bishop takes h2, discovered attack, you lose the queen. With knight bd2, instead of queen takes b7, blundering at queen because MVL has in fact played the game of chess before. He understands the tactics, the moves. We have rook e8, we have knight h4, bishop e6, we have queen c2, lining up this battery, attacking the h7 pawn here, also just adding an attacker to this knight, which now has 4 attackers and only a single defender, so don't know why you wouldn't just take it now with a3, bishop g4, just taking control of this diagonal, preventing this knight from making any moves, I think, is the idea. With knight takes e4, d takes e4, rook takes e4, rook takes e4, bishop takes e4, queen takes d4, bishop e3, and queen f6. Attacking the knight, asking the knight where on earth it wants to go because it has very few options available to it, though now that the bishop is on e4, knight f3 can't be played. Bishop takes h7, we have king h8, we have g3, defending the knight, we have g6, trapping the bishop here on h7, we have queen e4, danger levels. MVL has watched Gotham chess before, so he understands the concept of danger levels. He's saying that if black takes the bishop, then white will take the bishop, and white is actually quite a bit better according to the engine in that position, because this king is open and it has 3 pieces that are kind of looking in its general direction, and this knight has very few moves. This bishop has very few moves. Black's position is just kind of cramped and just not very good, not very enjoyable. So we don't have that. We have instead queen e6 from Jan. The bishop sacrifices itself on g6. F takes g6, knight takes g6, and king g7. Bishop d4 check, king f7, knight e5 check, bishop takes, and bishop f5. Now here, the engine says that after queen f5, black can and should play on, as black has a significant advantage, with white's best move being to trade the queens, and black now has a significant advantage because this pawn is quite weak. Also, simply because you have a piece for 3 pawns, as it's not literally a piece versus 3 pawns in an endgame, with those pieces being the only things on the board. Generally, a piece versus 3 pawns is good. It's just a good position to have. You shouldn't ever lose it, and especially at the Super GM level, no Super GM is going to lose this position with black. So black is the only one that can play for a win. Magnus Carlsen, for instance, you could see winning this, like, I don't know, 3 times out of 5 maybe, but we don't get that. Instead we have bishop f5 attacking the queen, forcing the queen to f4, knight takes c5, with rook d1, rook e8, bishop c3, knight e4, g4, knight takes c3, b takes c3, rook g4, pinning this pawn, adding an attacker to it, h3, queen f6, and then we have queen c7 check, and we have a repetition. The first game to end of this whole tournament, in the first round so far. I mean, at the end of the day, for us viewers, it's not very, exciting. You can't really get too pumped about a 37 move draw in the first round. But for the players themselves, draw is a very comfortable, decent, good result to have in the first round. The last thing you want to do in a tournament is lose the first game. It's always just a terrible idea. I mean, losing the last game is worse, but losing the first game is also terrible. No player wants to lose the first game. And so both these players have a solid result. Jan kind of draws from a little bit of a position of strength. He was never in trouble in the game. He's very, probably very satisfied with the result of this game. To draw from a position of strength with black pieces is always just a good way to start a tournament. And MVL has nothing to be upset about. He drew the first game of the tournament. Just a very solid result, very nice result, nothing to worry about. So yeah, both players should be satisfied with this result. That's the game, and I hope you enjoyed the video here. If you liked it, do smash the like button with your entire face, unless you don't want to, in which case don't do that. If you dislike the video, do dislike it. It does actually help, because engagement is good. If you have a comment to leave a comment. If you have a subscription to give a subscription if you feel like it. And looking forward to the rest of this tournament. Hopefully we have some exciting games. I already see the game between Ali Reza and Fabiano is looking very good. It's not finished yet, but it's looking very exciting. So yeah, that's it for me today. Have a good one.